All right, we're going to take a look at this coin. We talked about a few things yesterday. We're going to go over that here and see if this thing's keeping trend, see if we're going to break up or break down here. We're going to take a look and see what's going on with this chart here. All right, we had a high today of 0.0518 and a low of 0.0493. Right now we're at 0.0495. All right, so we're going to go over some things here in a second. Caspa had the Caspa Wallet, Tangem and Caspa, powered by Tangem. It's a limited edition, 210 orders left before production starts. It says Tangem is a card-shaped self-custodial cold wallet, which gives you full control of your private keys, securely store your Caspa as well as thousands of other assets. And right over here it says we're sold out for Caspa Tangem hardware wallets within 3 hours. Amazing. 71 Win Ledger 9 hours ago. They fly like hotcakes. Limited edition, 171 left. Let's see here. Everyone use Caspa 10 to support volunteers. Really have 2-3 packs. Swap me animal. Yeah, so pretty cool. Looks like a pretty good response from the community out there. Alright, so let's move on here, guys. The crypto bubbles. As soon as they load up here, yeah, you can see Bitcoin did a little bit of a turn here today. It was up this morning. Had some nice gains here. Everything seemed to be heading up, but that turned around this afternoon. Volumes at 14 million. We're still at rank 42. Still over that $1 billion market cap at 1.03 billion. All right, so then if we go over to the charts here, just take a look up here real quick and see what's going on. First off, Bitcoin, look at that, it's down $527 now. All right, you can see yesterday we talked about this line, ended up breaking above it today, and then sold off and fell back below it. Look at this sell candle here, 23,000 Bitcoin. All right, so but it's still keeping trend so far. We have this yellow line right there. I'll make it a 4 so we can see it really well. Right here, it's still keeping trend. It can come right back down to that and still be just fine. Let me get my, is that the one I want? Yeah, right like this here. It can come back here as long as it makes a higher low than this one here. We're in good shape. You know, comes here, makes a low. That's good. We have this low, a higher low, and as long as we have a higher low here, then we're in good shape. All right, so Bitcoin did a little bit of a turn there. The Dixie, look at this thing. It's crazy. But we are expecting this, like we've gone over here. We're waiting for it to hit that 618 or the 702. All right, so, and then turn around here. The more SIs, you can see that the daily is going to flip back up. You can see it curving here. It's getting extremely high down here on the, it's at a 73 on the regular RSI. The weekly at the top. All right, and you can see here, what do we got? Do we got any bearish divergence here with this thing? No. The monthly, yeah, just started up. So kind of a mixed bag here. All right, looks like possibly it's going to have some bearish divergence here on the monthly. You got this high here. All right. And we got this one. Nope, it's all right. You got a higher high. They're higher than this one here, so looks all right. But right around that, 109 and 110, we're looking for this thing to stop and then reverse, and that should help the market a lot. This thing pulls back to 94 down here. That should help everything out. Look at gold. Look what this thing is doing. All right, let's put it on a daily. It's almost at our target here. It had 1828, 1828.20 is the low for it today. It's at 1828.63 right now. The daily is reset. All right, now what I want to do, I want to take a quick remeasurement here, just to make sure this thing is coming. Oh yeah, that weekly is heading down still, so I believe it's going to come down and hit our target for sure. Let's take the measurement from the top to the bottom here. Alright, bring this down. Alright, it shouldn't actually go a little bit lower than that. We're going to pull this down here. Right about there, it's the measurement on this thing. Let's go right from the very top, right there to there, right about there. Yeah, alright, we'll see what happens, but it's definitely coming towards our area here. Look at this thing. It looks like it's going to fall some more here. It's just barely keeping its head above water. 1828.20 is the low. It's at 1828.50. Still heading down on the weekly RSI. So that's going to play out for us. It's just good to see these things playing out, because when we read these charts, don't want to look like a total idiot and say, oh, it's going to do an ABC and then it doesn't do it. That's one of the biggest reasons too that I'm sticking with these. Gold is a big thing in the market. Bitcoin, the DXY, all that stuff affects us. The Dow Jones. This thing is it came down and finished at ABC. Remember the other day we did that video? It was right there. We said we didn't know if it was going to come down the whole way. Well, it did. It came right down, actually just a hair lower than that line. Let's move it down just right there. This thing should be bouncing now. Alright, got that weekly at the bottom. The dailies at the bottom. Look at that. That played out perfect. That ABC. And we've been calling that for a while. Alright, so it's good to see these things work out too, because then when we look at the charts and say, oh, this looks like an ABC coming in, then, we see these other ones have completed moves that we've been talking about. So it's just good for the charts too, gives us some confidence that things are going to happen. Alright, the total market cap, yeah, look at that, got rejected. Actually, it broke through this resistance and fell back through. The total 2, that this thing actually had a breakout. Look at that. So we do have a breakout. The thing broke out. Looks like it's retesting down here. I haven't looked at this chart for a while. Right there, it looks like it retested. That daily's at the top. The weekly's just starting up, and the monthly is kind of a mixed bag there. So we'll see what happens. It would be nice to see that breakout. That is the altcoins. That's every other coin but Bitcoin right there. So that thing does have a breakout on it. Now Caspa, we're going to go over this. Alright, I cleaned this chart up. I just took everything off of it, and we're going to look at this thing. Alright, first things first here. Let's get a trend line on this thing. Okay, we're going back to basics here. We're going to take a look and see what's going on here. Alright, whoops. We don't want that. Let's get rid of that. Alright, get a trend line on this thing. Alright, so there's our trend heading up. Alright, now there's something I was looking at right here. Show you guys this thing. Alright, go out in the daily. Now, is this a cup and handle pattern? Sure looks like one. Alright, that's Kaspa. That's my other chart that I have. This is on the daily chart. Sure looks like a cup and handle. Alright, the measured move would put this thing up around 7 cents. We'll see if this thing works out. Alright, that's why we're going to look at this other chart and see if things are lining up for this. But it definitely has a cup and handle pattern in there, alright, which is bullish. Okay, let's go back to this chart. Same chart, the cup and handle would be right here. There's your cup, there's your handle. Alright, same exact chart, just I put it on there. Now yesterday, first off, let's put this on here. Alright, the fib. You can see what happened here. This thing came up, hit the previous all-time high over here, and got rejected. Okay, right over here was the previous all-time high. This time it came up and got rejected off of it. Now, we were measuring, yesterday we said that if that thing broke 0.052, alright, that I believe this thing was going higher. Look at that, it nailed that 786 right on the dot, and it has gotten rejected off of it so far. Okay, now we pull up the daily RSI. Okay, this thing has a little bit of a rollover to it here. Down here, it is rolling over. It's actually pretty high. All right, if we go back through here, you know, you want your daily for a good run. You want your daily down here somewhere. Okay, like this one down here, this one here. See how high it is up there? All right, so the weekly is still bullish of 54 to 52. Okay. And what worries me is, we've talked about it before, that bearish divergence. Don't really like seeing that. Okay. That definitely don't want to see that on your charts. You know, lower highs and higher highs on price. Let me get that's a little bit big there. There we go. All right. So we'll see what happens with that. All right. Let's get off that. As far as a monthly, we don't have a monthly yet. Let's go back to the daily. All right, let's get this off here. And the same thing holds. If we break through the 0.052, I believe this thing is going higher. All right, now there's a few things we could say here. All right, if we put this fib on here, back on there. All right, there we go. First off, okay, now this is a measurement from the previous all-time high. If we're looking at this, we broke up past the 702. All right, this thing came back tested the 702 as a support area, okay, and is breaking up. This chart overall, this looks bullish to me. Okay, it's holding above the 702 and the 786. All right, that's what you want to see. So this thing's kind of a mixed bag. You know, it could do one of two things here. This thing could come down on the support here for a while, and that daily and weekly RSIs could come down and reset. Let me get that back off there. All right, you got your daily, you got this weekly. You know, if it does come back to that support line, you know, then you get your weekly at the bottom again. You get your daily at the bottom again. Okay, get them both reset. Either that's going to happen or this thing is going to break up. Okay, now one target is about 6.5 cents with the fib. All right, now the cup and handle target is different. That target is up around 7 cents. All right, that is the you take the measurement right from here, okay, then put it on top, and that gives you your target up there, okay, about 7 cents. So we'll quite honestly, I'm a little stumped on this thing. All right, like I said, there's a lot going on in here. You know, you could say that support line is out there, you know, right like that. As long as you're making higher highs and higher lows, you're still in an uptrend. We had this high here. We had a higher low right here. All right. Then we had a higher high. And so far, you know, this thing is keeping a higher low here. It's hard to. I'm quite honestly, this, like I said, this thing could go either way right now. We're just going to have to wait to see how this thing plays out, see if this cup and handle pattern plays out, and see if this thing can hold above that 702. And also, if we can get this daily RSI, thing looks like it's rolling over. Quite honestly, you know, if you want my honest opinion, I think it's going to pull back down here to this trend line, and let things cool off for a little bit. That's my personal opinion. That doesn't mean anything. That's just kind of my look at it. Okay, we had this ABC. We had this 5 waves up in here. We have not had an ABC correction in here, which is kind of weird. This thing went up and actually hit the 786. All right here, right on it, hit that 786, got rejected. You know, unless this is going to turn out to be an ABC right here, you know, AB, then your C would pull you down to this level. Okay, so maybe possibly ABC back to support down here. That's my guess. If I, and that, like I said, that means absolutely anything. It's totally a guess. If I'm looking at the charts, I see a rejection at the 786. It failed to break 0.052, and I think some kind of correction has to come in here. Now the 12-hour RSI, let's see where it's at, coming down. All right, you got the 8-hour coming down. So you have all these other ones correcting. Look how high it is down here. The 12-hour, pretty high down here. That daily, same story. And the weekly, bearish divergence there. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. Please hit the like and subscribe. I think we're due for a pullback here. Even though the daily and the weekly are bullish, I think we're going to pull back to this support line. If we put a Fibonacci on this thing and go up, up to our high right here, a pull down to there's the 618, right about where we were talking about an A, B, C. That right back to that 618. The 618 or 702 is usually your pullback areas where you get your bounce from. Okay, that's where you usually the thing will correct to and then bounce out of here. I go over that in the training videos, guys. If you're interested, they're still $14.99. I'm gonna keep it there for a while. I just put another video out yesterday about Elliott waves. You know how we count the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s, about spotting them, how to 3, 4, 5, what happens afterwards, and how to spot them in charts. So that video was a half hour long itself. Okay, so if you're interested in signing up for them, go ahead. It's less than $1 a video now, so you'll get your money back out of that. I guarantee it. So, all right, guys, we'll see what happens here. That's my guess. We'll pull back down here to the 618, right around 4 cents, and once we have some more price action, I will get another video out. But until then, we're going to see how this plays out in the short term. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day.